The creative writing is worth 40 marks and is actually a quarter of your final result for your English language GCSE. So it's really well worth practicing and making sure you're in a great position for the exam. Now, broadly speaking, the things that I'm going to recommend that you include is punctuation, vocabulary, language techniques and structural techniques. So with punctuation specifically, including the rarer forms of punctuation that we don't see as often from students, so like semicolons, dashes, brackets, ellipsis, things like that. Try and use them more than once just to show that you know how to use them properly, and try and use them in places where they're going to have the biggest impact. So not just randomly, but actually where they're going to have an effect in your story. Then you want to focus on including some nice vocabulary, so interesting words and phrases that are high level, that are spelt correctly if possible, and again that fit the tone and style of your story. So you don't want a word that's really unique that no one's ever heard of but doesn't actually fit your story. It has to flow and make sense. You also want to include some structural techniques if possible, so that can be things like flashbacks, flash forwards, starting your story in media res, a one-line paragraph I think is always quite nice, or a one-word paragraph even. And then finally some language techniques, so similes, metaphors, alliteration, all the classic sort of stuff, and try and make it interesting. So with similes, for example, try not to pick the most obvious simile, try and make the comparison like a unique, interesting comparison that again fits the tone and style of your story. It all has to fit and make sense. If it looks like it's sort of jammed in, it's going to interrupt the flow a little bit and affect the overall quality of the story. So making it flow is really good. A way around this obviously is pre-planning your story, which I know some students are planning to do. If you have any questions about that, do let me know in the comments, and any questions actually about creative writing in general, let me know in the comments and I can make another video on it.